Leo per share is the KPI of LeoStrategy's success. I've talked about this a lot. LeoStrategy's obviously talked about this a lot as well. I see that I'm hiding even more of this slide. Let's see if I can go up here for a second. That's a lot better, actually. Leo per share, basically, let me just read the slide first. Leo per share, or LPS, is the guiding metric to determine if LeoStrategy is succeeding. All of the activities of LeoStrategy's management team are done with a singular focus: generate accretive LPS value for LSTR shareholders. In layman's terms, this means generating revenue to Leo and permanently add it to our balance sheet in a way that is non-dilutive to LSTR token holders. In simple English, this means how can LeoStrategy, and this is essentially the driving purpose of the management team, every day you wake up is like, how can we get more Leo onto the balance sheet of LeoStrategy without creating more LSTR tokens than the Leo we are acquiring? So if the LPS is 20 today, which is about what it is, it's a little bit over 20 now. If the LPS is 20 today, how do we get it to 30 by next week or next month? How do we get it to 30 without essentially diluting the LSTR shares? If you were to say right now there's 100,000 LSTR shares outstanding, and there's about a little over 2 million Leo, as you can see on this slide, held on the balance sheet by LeoStrategy. So essentially, if you were to double the shares of LSTR to 200,000, the LPS would actually go down to 10. Or if you were to acquire another million Leo, but you had to double the LSTR outstanding shares in order to get that million Leo, then the LPS won't be 30. It will actually decrease. So you essentially need to figure out, how do we increase the Leo holdings and the Leo per share without increasing the LSTR shares proportion? So this is the game that Microstrategy has created. A lot of people call it financial engineering. But essentially, what kind of products, tools, and services can you develop and build and launch that generate accretive revenue that you then use to buy more Leo, put it on the balance sheet, and then increase the Leo per share number? Because let's say that the Leo holdings can expand to 10 million Leo, but on the way to 10 million Leo, you only add another 100,000 LSTR shares to the balance sheet. Now the LSTR outstanding shares increase from 100,000 to 200,000, but the Leo holdings increase by 8 million from the current number. So that's a 5x. So you've 2x the LSTR shares, but you've 5x the Leo holdings, which means that the LSTR price will actually increase exponentially. So pretty interesting financial engineering that goes on to create these kinds of things. One of which is called Surge, which kind of mimics STRK, and I believe the slides will get into that later. But just to finish this out, it just got the Leo price here, the LSTR price, and then the current Leo per share, or LPS, which is 20 or 20.019. And then and by the way, it's up 100% this month, so it's doubled in the 30 days, I think. And then the Leo holdings, which are just over 2 million Leo, which have also doubled this month.